From Bungoma, Gongwa, MONBASA, MVITA. Topic today is many cooks spoil the broth, says FUMO. As we congratulate the President of Tanzania, Her Excellency Dr. Suluhu Samia Hassan, and the people of the Republic of Tanzania, we wish to say, pole for the friction that accompanied the elections, but just like the other countries in East Africa, it didn't surprise us. In the United States of America, the elections before the last one, it also happened. We thank the people of Tanzania for having exercised their democratic rights and shown the world democracy is still possible. You did Africa proud, though there was violence on the street, gerrymandering by some people. The people of Tanzania showed the world that they are mature politically. They were able to control the situation by themselves without calling any other person inside. It appeared to have been going the way that those who don't love Tanzania would have wanted it to go, but it never went that way. Thank you for your political maturity. I listened to those who prayed during the swearing in, and this is what they said. May God bless the one that has been chosen to lead the people of the Republic of Tanzania. I listened, and it was true. Because the one who led with a landslide, meaning that she has the confidence of the people of the Tanzanian nation. I listened to the visiting president, the president of Rwanda, and he talked about the importance of peace during the democratization of nations. He gave his example and how eventually they ended up where they were. The way he put it made me get a lot of thoughts. Because when the presidents of Rwanda and Burundi went down, they were in one plane. The happenings were totally different in the two countries. Why? Because there had been some cross-border pollination of ideas in one prior to that, and the other one, Burundi, remained itself. He stressed on the importance of peaceful democracy. He talked things that made me feel, yes, this is a person who knows the political state of Africa and East Africa. From there, I listened to the president-elect, and she talked with a lot of political maturity. She told the people, it's time to be united. It's time to build the nation. And she thanked God and the people of Tanzania for having given her another opportunity to serve them. She is at their service. And there is one part I liked when she talked of solution, and she said solutions per the word solution, but also you can approach me for solutions. Her name is Suluhu. Suluhu means a solver of problems. You can approach me for solutions, not because I'm called solution. And I liked that. I loved what she said. I loved her appreciation of even those who opposed, though they got a bit chaotic, but eventually they realized that the nation is greater than personal ambitions. Thank you, the people of Tanzania. Thank you, the President of Tanzania. Because being in power, you acted with a lot of restraint. The security forces of Tanzania acted with a lot of restraint. Why am I saying this? I'm saying this because things happen. But after they have happened, is when we start questioning other things. I remember there was a time we had a problem that was worse, Kenya. We even had one of the people helping solve problems coming from Tanzania. It was a worldwide solution. During the other one, when we were just about to get there, the people of Kenya remembered. And with a lot of restraint, they did not also engage into that. What am I trying to say? I'm trying to say that the countries of East Africa, like the rest of the world, are exercising their democracy, bettering their democracies, but they have got different aspirations, different political formations. Just like there are no two houses, even in the neighborhood, your house and your neighbor's house cannot run the same way. We have got different temperament, we've got different tastes, we've got different aspirations. I have been looking at what has been happening around the world. The so-called democratic developed countries. They would want us to take their systems, no problems. Their system have worked to some extent. But you have also seen the results, just like the ones we have been having in Africa, happening there. You remember the American election that almost turned like the Kenyan during the other time. So we looked at it and also wondered, hey, so they also have shortcomings just like us. But I realize there is one thing. Each country has got its constitution. Each country has got its political structures. Then I've been asking myself, why is it that some countries fund a lot of organizations for the political structures in other countries? And how do these political organizations express their desire for the changes in their nation? Demonstrations, and sometimes marked with violence. There are structures within the systems. I've always said this, I will always insist. In English, they say a stitch of time. Was it saves 9? But to me, I say a stitch in time saves the fabric. When the government is going on, like now you have started, like now Kenya is going on, like now Uganda is going on. This is a time when people with the interest in changes, in progress of their countries, should engage their government according to the structures, the political systems that are there. They have the parliament, they have the members of parliament, they have got other structures. When things are calm, when things are low. During campaign times, people are moved by emotions. It is a very poor time to try forcing changes in structures because there's a lot of political heat at that time. But I've been wondering, I've been seeing things, they were not common. When I was young, because I've eaten quite some salt in Kiswahili, they say when you have lived for some time, You say you have eaten salt, so I've eaten quite some salt. And during the past, there were systems, some did not work. But each country was structuring the system according to its own constitution, its own aspiration, and what the people wanted. One thing was lacking, and this is the thing I would like to bring forward to the people. Every country, please organize a way that people can be able to learn their constitution, learn the way their structures work. Because in most cases, people think opposition is when the government says, let's do this, even if it is positive for the country, you oppose it. So that you make everything fail to wait for your time so that you'll come. If that is the way politics will be played, we shall never move forward. Don't just oppose for the sake of opposing. Don't receive funds from elsewhere, and to show that the work is going on, you have to be very vocal even where it's not necessary. Do corrective. What do you call you advise where you feel something is not happening. It's your country. They are your structures. Say, they are the legal structures. If you find your parliament and the other places are not doing things the way you are, challenge them using those legal structures. Because when we touch those wires during election time, it's a very trying and electrifying moment. What am I trying to say? I'm trying to say that it's not the Western structures or the Eastern structures that are superior. It is the way that people are able to amalgamate their systems. Some countries don't lean on either side, and they have been doing their things fine. Remember, no two countries can be run the same way. So this idea of political, they call it synergy or whatever, I don't see it working, because each country has got its own structures. People with a different mindset, gerrymandering with people of another mindset, is likely to cause confusion and this chaos that we have been witnessing throughout East Africa and the rest of the world. Know your aspirations, stick to your aspirations, correct within your systems, because countries have done it and some have had a stable political situation. Challenge things within your legal system. Ensure that your parliamentarians work, because that is the failure that we have in most countries in Africa. We take them in there, it's their time to get the salary, drive big cars, and engage in some things that you may not, and then after that they come back again. And now we vote the person, not the things that he's supposed to do for us. So you find that the people are shortchanged. It's time that the governments educated their people on what those members of parliament are supposed to do, on what the president is supposed to do, because there are times when a president may perform, but because you are told it's not from your ethnic community, it's not from your gender, it's not from things like that, very small things. Let's get him or her out. That should not be the system. We should judge what is the ability of the person, what is the person bringing to the table and the development of the nation. So, me personally, this is my personal opinion. My personal. Don't say that it goes across the board to everybody. That's what I think myself. Let the people of a country make the necessary changes within their system. Let them run their politics. If it's sharing share economically, trade and whatever, but jealously guard your politics. Because when there is this cross-matching of things, results are always explosive. When people are funding organizations that you yourself have not even to run the politics, expect that, because money also is problematic. And sometimes also some people may fund to achieve certain gains their own way. So you would think it's going to work for you, it will work against you. So mine is, let the people of the individual countries run their own politics. Avoid cross-border pollination of politics. You've got a basis where it started. Tanzania started with Ujamaa. It has worked so well. We had a different system. We are adjusting within the system. Uganda Museveni came and things were chaotic. They have got a mixture, a unique system that has got kingdoms working within the republic also. So it's very difficult to amalgamate this system. It's only when people get to know their constitution, get to know their structures, and operate within their system, because they are the ones who live in that country, the ones who vote in that country, that we shall have elections that are totally peaceful, because people know they are doing their own thing. I would like to say, many cooks spoil the broth, and a stitch in time saves the fabric from tear. Make amendments when things are calm. Citizens of the country, be brave. Approach whatever systems, if it's the legal system, follow the systems, not demonstrations first. And be sure that whenever you cause violence and spoil property, it's another person's property that is also looking for survival and development like you, that you are setting back. So, mine is, guard your politics jealously, make your own amends within your systems, and let's meet out there in business. That's my take for now.